6 o'clock. Already started. A motion to approve the minutes for April 2nd, 2024.
I second.
Are you all set? Are you driving?
What?
What are we doing here?
I know, but.
I was wondering.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. You usually don't ask when I was confused.
Well, I didn't know if we were logged in yet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He was being thoughtful, I think.
Okay, official reports.
Okay, I have a couple. I had the fire department met this past, not yesterday, but a week ago on Monday, and it was a pretty sparsely attended meeting, and they kind of went over the new engine and tanker. It's 2-in-1. What do they call those things that squirt? The pump and the tanker, it's all in one. And they're planning on getting this with a grant, because I think if they don't get the grant, they're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
These are so expensive. So there's just a little schematic of what it looks like. They kind of had a manufacturer come over, and they went through their wish list and what was feasible and what was pie in the sky, and basically that's what they came up with. It's a little drawing of that. So that was the fire meeting. And the ambulance meeting also was pretty low-key the next evening. And what we discussed, well, they have a new ambulance coming, as you know. And the new ambulance, when it gets delivered, still has to be brought up to snuff with the radios.
Right.
So there's going to be a little gap there where the coverage is going to be kind of sketchy. So they're wondering what they can do, if they can get a loaner for that period of time. And so they're working on that right now. And that's the main drift of that. And that's my report.
Budget committee met, they're gonna be meeting again on May 19th to select somebody to fill that open position of mine where I left. And at that same time, they're gonna see if somebody on the budget committee wants to be part of the
The capital.
capital reserve. Capital improvement program. Cemetery met, like seemed to be going good with them. The rec committee met last night. They got taco on May 4th that night, and that's them.
What's happening on May 4th?
Taco.
Taco night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Taco night, May 4th. That's a Saturday.
Did they make sure that the town hall wasn't reserved yet?
Yes. Yeah.
I'd like them to find out if they're reserved before they make dates.
They did.
Okay, before they've been just making the dates, even not checking
Right.
if they're reserved.
Yeah.
Library was canceled last month. This Thursday, hopefully. We'll actually go right into the library tree. This will work right into our equipment too.
Yeah, it has to do with trees.
Yeah, it's just that tree on the corner, right?
Right.
Yeah, so the way I see it is the tree itself is on the
On the landowners.
landowner's property. It came down on town property.
Right.
I think just, we have to haul it somewhere.
Right. Cindy had called and asked me to meet with her this morning, and I did, and she asked about the tree and everything else. And I said I'd bring it up tonight at the meeting and see what could be done about it. Somebody mentioned something, before we do anything, we should consult with Brian, just to let him know that we'll be home.
Went down.
Was, right.
The bud would still be his responsibility.
Right, exactly. Sandy was just more interested in
Yeah,
the stuff there.
depending on the weather, Thursday, I'll see if I can get that on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm doing Thursday.
Library.
Well, Thursday, that door's getting replaced. So they'll be here by 9 o'clock. So I plan on being here. Now, open the door, move the trucks out. Let them in here.
Okay. One door to go after that.
Hopefully it doesn't,
Right, nothing soon.
yeah. We'll go right to our appointment. Quinlan?
Hey Clint,
How's it going?
pretty good, how are you doing?
Good, good. So more tree stuff. Basically, phase 2 of replacing the trees at the common, and we did the obviously we put up the new tree last year, and this year we'd like to replace all the maples, take them all out, grind the stumps, and replant species. The same, it's a maple, but one that will do better in that environment.
Yeah, I was hearing it's more tolerant of the salt and the
Yep,
roadside
and I
sludge.
brought the estimate and the tree, kind of a little information on the trees there, and a general layout.
Okay, great. So these are Freeman
Yep.
maples.
Autumn blaze variety, which they have awesome fall colors, so I think that'd be,
Look like they'll be a reddish, a crimson color.
yep.
Nice.
Funny thing with those old maples, I mean, the red maples, they die quickly,
Yep.
but the hard maples, that's a slow, long
Yeah.
process.
And then, you know, we're pushing these back from the road a little bit, and then, you know, everything's laid out so that it's not underneath the power lines. They don't grow as tall in general,
Mhm.
so hopefully there'll be no plow damage, and just pushing them away from where there is road salt, that will make a big difference too, so. And I put grade stakes out, I just kind of laid them out.
Oh, you mean they're out there now? Yeah, I saw them today.
Just to.
I can tell you were there.
Perfect, yeah, just to have that's where they're going, so we
Okay.
measure everything, and 20 feet off the road, same thing.
And the layout's gonna match with the Christmas, or the other tree you put in last year,
Yes.
so they're gonna,
Yep.
it'll be good.
And then obviously the stumps will be gone too, so we're starting fresh.
Come back in 20 and 30 years and see how they look?
Yep,
Okay.
I mean, hopefully they'll look great before then, but we should.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
What date do you see starting this?
So I'm hoping not this coming week, but end of April, beginning of May, is what I'm thinking. I've marked the trees too, that are at Northerns, it's actually the last 6 they have. So I just kind of went ahead and did that in case we do this, then I don't find out that the trees aren't there. So pretty much ready to go.
I know you and I spoke before about this. Maybe this would be a one weekend.
I'd try to do it on a Thursday, Friday, and then if I ended up like, okay, I have one more tree left to plant, I could just come back on the weekend by myself and just finish it. So I plan around being able to do that, you know. Or if there was like a little bit, like I have a little bit of stump grindings to clean up or something, I can just show back up and get it.
What's a gator water bag?
So they fit around the base of the new trees, and you fill them up with water, and it'll just leach water slowly
Okay.
over the tree, so it just makes the maintenance and
Okay.
watering the trees that much easier.
So it's only the first year that they need to be watered, or the
Yes,
first year too?
and then after that, they should be established and starting to grow good.
So you have to go back and.
I will pay attention to watering it, and then Brewster said he would help when he could, but if that doesn't happen, I'm claiming all responsibility to make sure that that does happen.
Yeah.
And I drive by it every day, so. Yep.
How tall do they?
They're saying 40 here, I would assume between 30 and 40 feet. And, but, I mean, with everything being pushed back from the lines, if that was to become an issue, look, I prune all the time, I would, yeah. That's not gonna be for quite some time though.
Right.
Yeah, and then the spread is, I think up to 40 feet. Again, I don't see that happening, but that can be intervened on if necessary, you know, I can
Right.
go down and take care of that. And they're seedless too, which is another bonus, so there's less cleanup. The leaves are a lot smaller, so maintenance wise, it makes it that much easier as well. So there's another benefit.
Yeah. So with your map, says possible future gazebo.
Yeah, and that was brought, we talked about that last year. Nothing to do with me, but I planned that in the event that that was to happen, that there's room for that. That if there was a gazebo up here, there'd be a space for it.
So there's a couple of possibilities here, is that what I see?
Yeah, just areas that are open, and again, I wanted to make sure you could still see through too, you know, because the monuments are there.
Right.
So the goal wasn't to just hide everything.
Right.
We'll have areas you can see through. That's why I had a tree right, but that one that's missing, I decided to pull that. Yeah, and I moved them apart a little bit more. So in the event, like, obviously the green's not a perfect shape, there's more space towards the, you know, if you're standing on the steps of the building, the left side, there's way more space.
Yeah.
It's kind of open there, but we could, you know, always add one more tree or something else appears, you know.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a good start.
I'd just like to make note that the trees are being donated by the Williams family, so thank your family.
The family never stops giving. Anyone else got any questions?
We have the money for it.
Yeah, I'll motion we use a capital, Veterans Park Capital Reserve. They went in Fox Tree to do this.
Awesome.
The veterans,
Park.
Park.
oh, okay, Veterans Park, yeah, I'll second that.
Yeah.
So I'll just send Sarah an email when I have those dates on the calendar, so you know we're showing up.
Okay,
Should be good.
sounds great.
Yeah, thank you.
Any idea when you're gonna need the money?
We'll just do all the work and then I'll just send the bill to the, yeah.
Last time,
Right.
they sent us a bill, we, you know, that,
And that works fine.
That's one paid by Venmo or PayPal.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
So can we just have a vote on, just so
On what?
that we're, who got that?
We just move it. I just motioned you.
Yeah.
The Richmond Park County Reserve to pay.
And I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay.
Motion passes.
Right.
Can I ask Clint a question while he's here?
Yeah.
What do you do with the old trees?
So we'll just remove all the debris from site. So the chipper, we have an 18-inch chipper, so that's gonna just, as quickly as I can get it out of there.
How big is the wood? Is it?
Probably can chip the majority of it. But the chips and stuff, if there was anybody that wanted a load of chips, then more than gladly give them, so.
Is there a possibility for people to use this as firewood? I don't know how that works.
Brewster did talk about he'd take some of the logs that were from the maples that were there. And so if there's something that didn't fit through that chipper, then I would just drive it right across the street. And
Okay.
that just makes it so much quicker for me
Okay.
to keep moving and everything, so.
Okay.
Yep. All right, you guys want to keep those?
I gave Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to keep mine since I have to peruse it at
All
home.
right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Health agencies allow patients.
So how much have we allocated for the,
I think it's 900 total. Let me double check.
is that the same number that we had last year?
Yeah, that's the
And
same.
probably the year before that, too? It's been running the same for a long time.
You know, we're changing.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be 200. And I have the minutes from last year, so if you want to allocate the same, I can go through what was allocated last year.
Do we have the papers that, of them asking for it?
No, we don't.
Who are they?
So we got the Grafton County Senior Citizens Council, and we did 2,300 for them last year. West Central Behavioral Health, we did 1,400. Visiting Nurse and Hospice, we had 2,200. Tri-County Cap, we had 2,400. Wise 300, Bridge House 400. I think we came up
Or the last
short
three.
on
There was West Central, and then after that,
West Central Visiting Nurses, 2,200.
and then,
NH, oh, sorry, that was NH. Tri-County Cap,
Tri-County Cap.
2,400. Wise 300. Bridge House 400. That added up because I think we came up short last year. I think we were 200.
Yeah, it was Wise, 300, and the Bridge House,
Yeah, Bridge House
200,
400.
400.
That came from 9,000.
Okay, yeah, I thought we came up 200 short, so we got 200.
So we have all those, but last year we talked about giving money to the Mascoma Sports Division.
Yeah, but that's not part of the health agencies. We have a budget for that.
That's what I was last year.
Do you guys remember?
I don't.
Did we go through that during budgeting?
I think we just stuck it. I'll grab all my budgeting stuff, see if I can find it right here. So that, yeah, this stuff can all stay the same.
Do you have 200 to pay, do you want to allocate it somewhere?
citizens, up another $200 to them.
To bring us to 25.
Yeah,
But, yeah, but
no,
I can't remember which one gets money from the ambulance too.
Probably the NH.
Probably. Give an extra 100 to, what were we just talking about?
We got $200 we need to allocate.
Yeah, what were we just giving?
we're talking about the senior center.
Senior center, giving 100 to them, giving another 100 to Wise. Bringing Wise up to 400.
I'm okay with that too.
Senior center would be 24, and Wise would be 400.
Okay, so I will make a motion that we distribute the monies to these agencies as we just discussed.
Okay, do a second, I'll third it.
Sounds like the motion passed.
Action items.
Okay.
Okay. Museum drainage. Last time,
Yeah, I think Ed had spoken to Bob Center, and I had as well, and I haven't spoken to him again since
No.
then. But we're gonna come up with a design,
Right.
and I'm gonna run that by the Historical Society and see if they have any ideas. And we'll go from there.
Yep.
and then whole barn.
That's a whole another thing, isn't it?
Yes.
An
Well-
update on that.
Sounds like from the last meeting, you're in favor of getting those roof patches and patching it up.
Yes.
And it sounds like you are too.
Yeah.
Well, to me, bulldozer sounds pretty good, but I realize that we use that to keep things dry.
It gets a lot of
So-
use. It
The-
just, it comes down to overseeing what's put in there.
Right, staying on top of it.
You have the highway that's in there, you have
What's the highway have stuff in there for?
they have cement forms in there,
Okay,
you got the recycling center that's got stuff in there, you got the cemetery, you got the rec department, you got the library.
okay.
Historical.
So it's not the time to take the bulldozer out, have to wait on that.
Right,
So-
yes.
How are we gonna get it fixed? How are we gonna,
Well, that was, one of my things being is when you have a new maintenance man,
have them take a look at it?
have him put the new nails,
Have them start on that? I think that would be okay. It's not over his head or anything. I wonder, we could talk to him about it and see what he
Right.
thinks.
We'll
and
have to
go
look
from
at
there.
it, 'cause
You know, the other thing we could look at,
along that route.
if you look at the side over by the museum, it's got all that, the potholes coming up there, the softwoods. We won't leave those there, we want to landscape in there. It'd look nice if they were gone, I think.
I agree.
We'll have to think about that too.
Yeah.
And I know the building's kind of cockeyed, so if you look at it. So that's a little scary.
It's scary, but
Just leave with it.
Right.
Yeah, go with the flow,
Leeway also noticed some of the purlins where those missing panels are broken too, so that those will have to be replaced.
Let's take a look at it and see what we're looking at. And then, yeah,
Talking with Sarah, the maintenance man, is looking for things that we should, that we think needs to be fixed.
okay.
He's also gonna create his own to-do list of things that he finds to present to you guys.
A different set of eyes is a good
Yeah.
thing to have, yeah. No, I agree, and I'm really happy that we have him on board.
Yeah, he's hitting the ground running.
Hope so.
Nothing, no updates for Avatar.
No, not at this time.
Johnson and Cameron.
Nothing on that.
Okay, anything new you want to add?
Yes,
Seems so, okay.
I don't know who takes care of it or what, but I rode up, I go up on Kingsman Highway. I don't go looking for problems, but I see there's a junkyard being created up, just up past,
Blueberry.
just past Blueberry. There's probably 6, 7 junk cars sitting in there, right up on.
Right on the corner there?
No, just up,
Just up?
Mr. Lee owns, he cleaned up that
Yes.
one section, but it's just up
It's beyond
above
that.
that.
Yeah, more people moved in.
Yeah.
I thought that place was ripped down too. Is that the place that used to have the swimming pool fence? Or am I in the wrong
It'd
spot?
be rebuilt,
Okay,
or they put campers in it.
Yeah,
but that's not the property.
no,
It's beyond that?
yeah, just beyond that.
Okay.
There's a bunch of junk vehicles, I would call them. So I don't know who takes care of that, but
Your junkyard ordinance.
right.
That would be the selectmen, I think. So, maybe we should all make a point of taking a look and then deciding what to do, or we could send a letter to them. I mean, I'm not really familiar with that, so.
Yeah.
When do you want the start date for that to be? I mean, we can put it for today.
Today sounds good, yeah.
And then, when do you want to have it done by?
Well, we should be able to have a knowledgeable conversation at our next meeting, I would think.
Yep.
Priority, medium,
Medium.
to the board,
Yep.
taking responsibility for now? Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Yes, I spoke with Freddie Hammond on the warrant article for the demo for the recycling center. Freddie is still in operation. He has come to an agreement with the state on his fines and everything else. So he said he would accept the town's demo at $128 per ton. Yeah.
So, are you looking to address that? What's the action?
It's being action.
I mean, whether we're gonna open it or not, that demo?
Yeah, well, I mean, the people voted for it, and like Leaf initially said, after it passed, that Hammond was in question whether they'd be able
Right.
to take it and go into Lebanon, and the cost of Lebanon was gonna be charging, was gonna be outrageous, and I'm like,
It's still
So
gonna be
that's the
hard.
action item would be reopening the demo.
So it's gonna be
Okay.
burning through that 13,000
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
fast, I think.
Yeah.
So if we open it, can we close it after the?
Yes.
Yeah.
once the money's gone. But at the same token, I would be raising some of the fees on there.
We can't, because we have no way of properly charging people,
Well, you can.
unless we have scales.
No, you can't, because the thing being is, if somebody comes in with a load of roof shingles, all right, you can say, all right, you came in with a load of roof shingles, that's got, that weight versus a truckload of wood, there's a big weight difference there. So I would suggest that,
So if someone comes in with half a truckload of shingles, oh, it's the same price, then they're gonna go home and grab a little bit more, because keeps getting lower prices.
no, if they come in with shingles period, just up the price, don't.
We have to up the price on everything.
Yes,
It's like $100 a truckload.
no,
It's what, $25 a truckload right now,
right.
which is not gonna cover anything.
Well, the thing being is, if you up the cost of lumber to $30 a load, nobody, I have not seen anybody going with a humongous load of wood.
I've seen it 3 times now, before I fish it, I saw it 3 times.
Well,
People pulling in, Chuck Evans did it,
yeah,
a couple of people do truckloads, just truckloads.
well, then you make that adjustment according to that.
Well, then we need you to bring up, make up an adjustment list,
Yeah,
so we can do it until this is done, we're not reopening that demo until
no,
adjusted.
I could come up with a price list, that's no problem, because I haul into Hammond, so I know what the general cost is for lumber.
Yeah, we should have a different schedule for that, and I think it should be more expensive than taking it to Hammond's, to encourage people to take it to Hammond's, because this is
I
not
just
just
see this
extend
as
itself.
putting a Band-Aid on a problem.
Well, I just don't wanna see stuff end up on the side of the road like we do with other things now.
Like what?
Well, you see, you find tires on the side of the road.
Not that much.
Enough, there's TVs thrown on the sides of the road.
There's a lot of beer cans,
There was a toilet last year.
a toilet.
Yeah.
That was actually in the middle of the road, but yeah.
Yeah, and the toilet, and it doesn't charge you constantly.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So it's not just the stuff people haven't paid you right.
No,
But
no,
TVs right now aren't that expensive, people are throwing those out,
TVs are expensive,
$25.
yeah.
And you're gonna be charging that for, more than that for demo.
Yeah.
Do we have a due date for that?
Well, can we talk about it next meeting? And maybe we ought to involve the manager down there, maybe Rick ought to be involved in that discussion?
For them to
probably
read
should.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to put June, because that'll give time.
Okay.
I can always change that, but I don't think we're gonna do that in 1 month. I'm gonna put board as assigned to for now, change that to medium for priority or high.
Yeah.
Anything else?
So I have,
I don't remember, there was something else, what was it?
no, I did the maintenance guy, we did that.
Well, you talked about it in the whole barn.
Right, but also, if we do anything else that needed to be,
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's not an action item, I thought we had something else. Thought I came up with something really good. I was talking on the phone. All right, we'll say it for the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You done with the action items? Mowing, trash removal bids.
Alright, well, we've got 1 trash bin and then 2 mowing. What are you doing first?
Trash. So I'll just let everyone know, it did go to the NHMA, and he is able to do the mowing, but it has to go to bids. Everything else. But unfortunately, he can't have a say on who does it. So this is it, for $12.20 for the trash removal.
That's for you, right?
Yeah.
from Ed for the trash pickup for 12/20.
Second. This one is from Thomas Clifford Property Services LLC. For $9,855.
He did say he's insured, but he didn't send any, insurance.
So I got a quick question on this one. So this one's for $7,900 for one in all locations. But why are we paying to remove sand from post office? We do this.
Because the highway pushes all that sand from the fire department over onto the,
That's not post office, that's fire department.
right. But it does end up over in
I think $250 for removal of sand.
On top of the something.
Yeah.
So 250 for the removal of sand on top of 7,900. That's still like,
8150.
yeah.
That's the 188.
Yeah, this is 98.55.
Go with a cheaper one, motion to let Ed mow and trash.
Second.
So you did see all the mowing areas, right?
yes. They included the parsonage
And church.
and the church.
And church. And also, I'd like to see you back in that case, please. Got a church I'm throwing in there.
Is that everything? Is that all done?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right down to Ambitious Acres.
Okay. Okay. Start with the email. We got select board members. We appreciate Steve's effort and time staying with us in an attempt to try and decipher our property assessment and the board's time on this matter. We all seem to agree that the site value on our property card is not the main item we are all unclear about. See the enclosed pictures with red circles showing what we are all unclear about. We all still do not know how this value is determined. What is the criteria formula for this? As we have pointed out a few times to the select board, once we provide evidence that Avatar made many mistakes, lied about the size of the barn, camper, and ranch buildings, the value of the land went from $29,700 on 6/30/23 to $66,300 on 9/5/23. This change seems to be brought about by the site modifier on the land value. How does land value change so drastically or at all? By simply correcting the size of the buildings. It seems as if Avatar up the value of the land when nothing changed on the land in retribution for calling them out. This is an acceptable behavior of your agent. We still have no AC, we still have no hardwood floor, we have cork underlayment, we still have no drywall interior, we have exposed stud walls. The affidavit dated 8/14/23 we provided to the select board is evidence of this. An affidavit is evidence. After's letter to the select board on 3/11/24 admitted they estimated the data from the road is not evidence, it is conjecture. As we have pointed out several times to the select board, the board is legally obligated to consider all evidence that may be submitted to them relative to the value of property, the value of which cannot be determined by personal examination. See RSA 75:1. After staring at the property card for too much time and trying to figure out all the mistakes, lies, arbitrary changes, we continue to find errors and/or potential errors. On 9/5/23, property card states the ranch is FFF, first floor finished, which constitutes finished. Also under camper, the card states PRS, Piers Foundation, which constitutes a Piers Foundation. Finally, under camper, the card states year built, 2015. We provide evidence in the affidavit that the camper is a 2001 year. How is